everyone, welcome to First Page Fundays, where I grab a book and share the first page just for fun. Today's actually going to be a little bit of an unboxing because the book that I'm going to highlight today is in this package, and I think I know what it is, but I'm not entirely positive, so we'll both be surprised when we open it, right? Okay. So let's just dive right into this and see what the book is, and then we'll take a look at the first page. Oh, this opens real easy. Ah, that's what I thought it was. Okay, so the book that I'm highlighting today for the First Page Fundays is A Lesson in Propriety by Jen Turano. I'm not reviewing this at the moment. I'm just introducing you to the first page, but I am going to disclose that I am on the author's launch team for this particular book. So I have read it. No spoilers. I'm just letting you know I've read it. I'll have a review posted out there on my website and various social media pages. So there you have it. This is Jen Turano's latest release in May of 2025. Before I get to the first page, I see some papers sticking out, and I'm going to pull that out. Okay. All right, so this is A Lesson in Propriety. It is the first book in the Meriwether Academy for Young Ladies. This is a Bethany House published book. Historical romance. So let me tell you what this one's about, and then we'll dive into the first page. Lesson 1, stand in the way of the Windy City's criminal world and expect a most improper proposal from an eligible gentleman in return. With her father dead, her fortune stolen, and her fiancé casting her aside, Miss Drusilla Meriwether's privileged life has been upended. She is left with only one option: to provide for her family by opening a finishing school in the allegedly haunted castle she's inherited from her eccentric aunt. However, her plan is immediately threatened by unscrupulous developers keen on claiming the coveted estate for themselves by any means necessary. Mr. Rennick Wittenbecker, a dashing architect with a tendency to charm his way out of trouble, is convinced he can protect Drusilla, but is challenged by her fierce independence. Yet when strange occurrences, walking suits of armor, and unexpected ghostly visitors arise within the castle's grounds, Drusilla must decide whether to risk her family's safety and her school on the gallant architect who seems to have found a way into her heart. All right. So like I said, this is a new release. May of 2025. This is the first book in the series. And here is page 1. New York City, January 1885. I'm sure you'll agree, my dear, if you take a moment to ponder the matter, that it might be for the best if we put all our plans for our upcoming wedding on hold, perhaps indefinitely. Miss Drusilla Meriwether sucked in a sharp breath, which immediately resulted in her choking on the sip of tea she'd just taken. Wheezing promptly commenced and continued for what seemed like forever, until she was finally able to settle her eyes that were now watering on Mr. Albert Harrington, her fiancé, or perhaps not, given the words that had just come out of his mouth, who was sitting across the table from her in the middle of Rutherford and Company's tea room, watching her somewhat warily. "Forgive me, Albert," she managed to say in a breathy voice that now held a bit of a rasp. "It's quite unlike me to sputter about, but I fear all the sputtering was a direct result of me obviously mishearing you. It almost sounded as if you were suggesting we end our engagement." Ooh, intrigue. All right. So, if you like this video, please take a moment to hit the like button down below. And also, if you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, it'll let you know when I post my First Page Fun Days and also when I post my unboxings. As always, I love your comments. What'd you think of what we read so far? Have you read anything by Jen Turano, or you just want to say hi? That's okay too. I love your comments. I read and respond to them all. Sometimes I'll tell you what I think of a book if I've already read it. Most of the time when I do my First Page Fun Days, they are the books that I haven't read. In this case, I have read it, but I'm not giving you any more hints than that because you need to go and read the reviews. But I will say that I am a longtime fan of Jen Turano's. If you like humor historical romance, eccentric or even quirky characters, and animals, you are definitely going to like Jen's books. There's animals in every one of her books. And I say that not because it's like you're an animal lover. Hey, that's great. No, it's because there's always some type of mayhem that comes along with having the animals. Um, uh, Jen is very, very humorous. Her stories reflect that. And there's just I mean, you just don't know what kind of weird circumstances her characters are going to get into. And set in the backdrop of the Gilded Age, which is like late 1800s, early 1900s, um, with all of with the restrictions, with the etiquette, with all of that. Man, there's some very funny things that happen to her characters. So it's always a treat to go and visit and see what kind of mayhem she's going to put her characters through with each particular book. So that's going to be it for today's First Page Fun Days. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching. You guys are awesome. Have a great day.